about your relationship with Dana Holgerson?
Yeah, we go way back. He coached inside receivers when I was playing quarterback here, and then when I got out of playing, he's the one who got me a job at University of Houston, and then I actually lived with him when I worked there. So very close. Obviously, we don't talk as much now that we're in the same conference, but I have a ton of respect for him, and I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for him.
Coach, aside from getting healthy, what are you seeing on the offensive line that's allowing you to produce more there?
I think they're getting in shape is the number one thing. You see more effort throughout all four quarters, playing at the tempo we want to play at, playing at the speed we want to play at, and the hustle has really picked up, and so that's encouraging, and that solves a lot of problems when they're playing that hard.
So if 100 plays 2 weeks in a row, is that where you kind of get where you want to be in terms of offensive pace?
Yeah, we don't have a number, just about points at the end. So obviously, if you keep a defense out there with that many plays, you're hoping that they'll tire somewhat and you'll be able to make some plays against them. But we don't have a set goal going into a game, just about points.
Can you update us on the status of all three of your quarterbacks right now?
Yeah, Baker, will get him over here today and see how he feels. And Davis is good and Mike's good. So we'll see if we have all three available this week. We should know by the end of the week.
Can you speak to the performance of Davis Webb winning Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week this week in his first career start?
Yeah, it's now two of them, I guess, that have done that. So it's fun to see. You know, he was disappointed earlier in the year, obviously at not being named the starter, but never blinked an eye and kept working and kept getting better. And he's progressed and progressed and progressed and really played well, made some big-time throws. So excited to see him have that success, and I'm sure he's just going to keep getting better.
What is the best attribute that Davis has, and what would you say the best attribute that Baker has or that they've shown so far?
Yeah, Davis is kind of a surgeon as far as studying film, and you give a play to him once and he has it figured out. I think his mentality is really mature for his age, and Baker is a playmaker when he goes out there. His ability to extend plays and keep things alive and go off script is something that he's really good at.
How rigid is how good is the competition among those guys going to be once all three of them are completely healthy?
Yeah, it's hard to have a competition in week 7, you know, which makes it tough because you don't have enough reps. You're trying to get one guy ready for the game, and so they've been very supportive of each other. We'll get as many reps to each guy as we can and play the one that we feel gives us the best chance to win a game every week.
What are some of the things West Virginia does well on defense?
The biggest deal, you watch their film, is how multiple they are. They're playing with a lot of confidence. You know, I know they had a rough night in Waco, but aside from that, they played really good defense. They turned people over, lots of negative plays, wreaking havoc, and you never know where they're going to line up. Week in, week out, it looks like a completely different team as far as schemes go. So that obviously is a challenge for a young quarterback.
Coach, you had a little bump in the road with special teams. Could you kind of reiterate how important that aspect is to the players?
Yeah, we've touched on that, and we've made some changes in personnel there. And to still be able to win that game and play that badly in one phase is a credit to our team. And to have it happen right at the midway point where we can kind of reassess and reevaluate. And I think it couldn't have come at a better time, so hopefully we'll get that fixed this week.
Will Kramer Fife be available Saturday?
I am not sure. He's another guy. We got to get him over here today and see where he's at, but I would assume that he could go.
Cliff, can you kind of talk about this? I mean, 3 running backs over 80 yards. We just kind of seem to finally kind of get the mojo going with the running game.
Yeah, our O-line, like I said earlier, they played really well, and their conditioning showed up later in the game when we had to have those yards and had to seal the game, which was fun to see that game-winning drive there at the end. And those backs have said it all along, they can make the plays if we'll give them just a little bit of daylight, and they did that.
Are there any unique challenges to traveling to West Virginia just because no one's ever been there before, a new hotel and no routine, and no one knows what the environment of their stadium's like?
Yeah, I guess if you let it be, you know, to us it's a road game. We'll have to leave a little bit earlier for the longer flight, but we're going to, you know, we'll keep our routine the exact same, and we'll go to the hotel and then wake up early and go play the game. So I think our kids would be more excited than anything. Most of them probably have never been to West Virginia in their lives, and they say the stadium's unbelievable, the fans are unbelievable, and so it'll be a great atmosphere for all of us to experience.
What do you like about the way they handled the other two road trips so far this year?
Just treat it like business trips, like we've talked about. They know what they're going there to do, and just play a game and play at our highest level. And I think the maturity, our seniors have really stepped up in that area.
How did Tanner Jacobson play in that full game?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. You know, young guy still learning, but he does a good job of getting lined up, being where he's supposed to be, and then I think the sky's the limit with his potential. If he'll continue to work hard and grow into that position, he's just a football player. You know, in high school he was a great player, and he's kind of carried that over here. Not the biggest, not the fastest, but makes plays.
Obviously, Baker's circumstances of getting here, Tanner at the same level of stardom in high school. How did he kind of fall through the cracks?
Yeah, we have a really good relationship with Coach Wasson at Southlake, and Coach Wasson continually spoke very highly of him, and so we really made him a priority as far as a free agent goes on our team. And he had some guys here from Southlake that encouraged him to come, and then we're just very fortunate that he chose Texas Tech to walk on.
You know what the competition was for him?
I don't. I'm not aware of that.
You feel like West Virginia has a little bit more of an advantage given that they had a bye week last week?
I don't. I've never been a big proponent of bye weeks besides to get healthy. I think when you get rolling, it's good to keep that going and keep the routine and keep practice going. So I don't think that will play either way.
How does Kerry Hyder compare to some other elite defensive tackles, defensive linemen you've been around or seen?
He's up there. He's probably not as big as some of the guys I've seen, but he plays hard, and he shows up on tape over and over and over again. And he had a tremendous game. I think 10 tackles from the nose position, which is incredible last week. And he's been a real leader for that defense.
Do you know anything more on Dark One today?
I don't. Same deal. I get him over here, and we'll figure it out today.
Same thing with Gaines?
Yeah, same with Gaines. Got to get him over here, talk to Anthony, and see where they're at.